Okay, I'd like to call to order the Planning and Zoning Historic Commission of East Dundee, scheduled for Thursday, April 2nd, 2026 at 6:30 p.m. Franco, can you call the roll?
Sure. Commissioner Feck is absent. Commissioner Reyes-Braher.
Here.
Commissioner Stenick.
Yes.
Commissioner Myers.
Here.
Commissioner Herr is absent. Commissioner Kruger.
Yes.
And Chair Brunner.
Yes. Okay, with quorum met, we can move on to our first order of business. May I have a motion to approve the February 5th, 2026 meeting minutes as reported in the packet?
I'll make a motion to approve the February 5th, 2026 meeting minutes.
Second it.
Fantastic. Any comment? Corrections?
No.
Okay.
Commissioner Reyes-Braher.
Yes.
Commissioner Stenick.
Yes.
Commissioner Myers.
Yes.
Commissioner Kruger.
Yes.
Chair Brunner.
Yes. Okay, so the next item on our agenda is public comment, and I see we do have some forms today. Just for everyone in the audience, during the public comment, you can comment on anything agenda or non-agenda. Our two agenda items are the public hearings, both for a special use of a childcare facility and then also a rezoning of two pins on Barrington Avenue. So you can make a comment now about that if you would like, and we won't respond. It's just a public comment to be put on record. But if you would like to have more of an interaction and put in testimony, be part of the official record of the hearing, that will be open to you later on in this meeting. So it's up to you. You can speak in both if you want. You can speak in one or the other. With that being said, is there anyone in the audience who would like to make a public comment on an agenda or non-agenda item?
Chair Brunner, we did receive one form from Alan. I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce your last name.
Yeah, that's me.
If you don't mind approaching the podium and.
Sure.
Fantastic. And then just say your name and address.
Alan Cottrell, I live at 422 Barrington Avenue.
Okay, fantastic.
Obviously, I'm here because of the zoning of the property next to my house. I've lived there for about 33 years now, almost. So I'm just concerned with what's going on exactly. A lot of people weren't sure what the R2 and R3 actually were different about, so that's why I'm here, to see if somebody can enlighten whoever is interested on that subject.
Okay.
Before, you said it's coming again next week or something, you said? I'm sorry, when you were talking to a minute ago?
Yes, so, and again, for everyone in the audience, this is where we do the hearing to get all the evidence, and then we make a recommendation to the board. It's just a recommendation. You know, they can choose to follow our recommendation or not. That will be in a subsequent village board meeting. I think, do we have an idea when that might be scheduled?
Probably the first meeting of May, which I believe is May 4th.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just, again, I've asked a couple of times and nobody really knows what the difference is between those two, so
Yeah.
I'm trying to get a clarification of what it exactly is.
Yes.
Because that's an important thing to know, obviously.
Yes.
So we'll be more made knowledgeable of that stuff tonight or in a week or so from now on?
Yes, so
Okay.
I will just add, we will record your request for that and make sure it's part of the public hearing.
Okay, sounds good. I appreciate that. The other reason I showed up tonight is I made a couple of requests to the village last fall. One was to a village official, a city official who was in a pickup truck in front of my house. And there was a second time because Barrington Avenue, there's no striping left anymore. And it's an extremely busy street. When I moved in 32 years ago, it was not like it is now. There's semis up and down, there's cars speeding back and forth to work, and the striping would be helpful. I was out raking some garbage from my yard from the winter, and a car was about 3 feet behind me zipping up the hill, and there's no line, so there's no verification of what's going on. So it's really a safety issue. People walk their kids, sometimes cars are blocking driveways, and people jog, they walk their dogs. But even if one person was majorly injured or killed because of the striping, I think it's important to get that done as soon as possible.
Mm-hmm.
My information I was given last fall was, well, the state might be resurfacing the road, so that's why we're not doing it right now. Well, that doesn't make any sense. That's like saying you're not going to strap your baby in because you're only going half a mile to a store.
Mhm.
It's not safe. So I'm just requesting to everybody around that knows it now that it's a busy road and it really should be safe as possible. It's scary sometimes when you see these people flying down the hill and these semis coming down. So the safest we can make it, the better,
Mhm.
and that's all I'm requesting.
Okay. So we note that, forwarded on to the trustees. Thank
Even
you.
though, even if they resurface it in 2 months, they should stripe it now
Mhm.
for at least the next 8 weeks or 10 weeks or whatever it is, so. All right,
Yeah,
Thank
And just so
you.
you can, to note, the items on this agenda won't go to the board until May, but there is a village board meeting this Monday, and we'll have public comment just as this
Oh, okay.
is. So if
Alright.
you would like to attend that, you're certainly more than welcome.
okay. I thought this was that kind of same meeting, I'm sorry, I apologize.
Oh, please don't apologize.
Mhm.
So it was a
We have
really
public
full-
comment at all of our meetings.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Barrington Avenue is slated for repaving this spring.
Yeah, I understand. That's what they said last fall, but still it's,
They can't
It-
start work till May 1st, so you won't see anything till May 1st.
but even while they're working, it's even important to have the stripes available for people who are going around, construction and stuff, you know. I don't think it's that expensive of an ordeal to stripe Barrington Avenue, not the whole town, just Barrington Avenue, because it's the busiest street in East Dundee. And it's kind of hazardous sometimes. You want to take a chair sometime and sit in the driveway and watch the cars fly up and down the hill at 4:30 in the afternoon. You'll get an idea what I'm talking about. So.
Yep.
All right. Well, thank you.
thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so do you want to read through the other names just to make sure? Yes, yep, go
I
ahead.
want to comment from Alan. My name is Jim Holt. I live at 430 Barrington Avenue. And I just want to reiterate, I agree with everything that Alan is saying. It can be quite skeptical sometimes with all the trucks flying down the street. And a lot of times you just can't see that center line anymore. And I've been living there for 26 years now. And it's a bit worn out. So I just want to agree with everything that Alan
Okay.
was saying. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Thanks, sir.
You want to just read through those and see if they want to?
Well, the one name here specifically states you'd like to talk during the new business.
Okay,
And then the other person was that gentleman with the jacket that wanted to talk during the reason.
okay, great.
That's all I got.
Okay, so anyone else then in the audience? Fantastic. Okay, so then moving on to our first item of new business, and this will be public hearing on the daycare center. So may I have a motion to open the public hearing regarding the consideration for a motion of recommendation of the village board for a request for a special use to allow for a childcare facility as described in section 157050F1K3 of the zoning ordinance located at 850 East Main Street, East Dundee, Illinois, 60118 in the B2 Community Business District.
So moved.
All right,
Second.
Okay, Commissioner Reyes Braher,
Yes.
Commissioner Stenick,
Yes.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Kruger,
Yes.
and Chair Brunner.
yes. Okay, Franco, first, did we receive any emails, calls, or notifications, questions in regards to this public hearing?
No.
Okay. Do we have the petitioner here today?
Yep.
Would you mind taking a
My
stand?
name's Elliot Dewey. I'm with Global Power Construction.
Hey, Ellie, nice to see you. We've
Yep.
been communicating.
Yeah.
Whoever wants to speak on this item, I don't know if she's.
Yeah.
If you don't mind raising your right hands and then stating your name, and we have to swear you in for the public hearing. So, I, and then state your names,
I, Elliot Dewey,
I, Hannah Slide.
swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
You can say yes or no.
Yes.
You're on record as being sworn in.
Okay.
Something we have to do.
Okay, so yes, if you could go ahead and describe your plans for the property.
So I'm representing Global Power Construction, who will be doing the construction work, hiring subcontractors to remodel the interior of the building. Our plan is to bring it up to date to the NEST specs and to code. and nothing external on the building will happen. As far as we know, everything meets code as far as lighting, parking lot, fencing, and that sort of thing. And then interior, we will update flooring, ceiling, lights, colors, paints, everything to meet their specs and to bring it up to shape. So.
Okay. Do we have any questions from the commissioners on this proposal?
The previous tenant was a childcare facility, wasn't it, in that location?
Yeah, there was
So it
a
should be-
childcare facility and then office, and then remained vacant.
Okay.
Yes, and we believe the previous one did not have a special use,
Okay.
but this was, I think, similar use, so. I'll ask, did you have a chance to see, or did Francos share with you the recommendations from our police department in regards to things to consider when setting up this property?
It's in the
We've-
package.
Yeah, it's in the package.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, so everything that they've recommended, we will adhere to.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, any questions on any of those topics specifically?
Is it that entire building, or is it a unit? It is that entire
Mhm.
brick facade building?
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just because I'm just reading off, does this sound right? 60, this is at any given time, there could be 16 infants, 27 one-year-olds, 32 two-year-olds, 40 three-year-olds, 40 children ages 4 through 12? Cool.
Yeah, that's the max.
Got it, yeah.
So, yep.
At any given time, there could be that amount.
Yeah.
That's what made me think of, it's gotta be the whole building then.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's basically the same as it was previously. The classrooms and stuff will be laid out exactly the same as it was.
Neat. Seems cut and dry. It was a childcare facility at one point in time.
Right, and we have no record of there being any trouble with it when it was there with the traffic or.
I was just going to ask about the traffic, about that, if there was any issues.
No,
or-
so typically with childcare facilities, from the time that they're open to the next 3 to 4 hours is drop off, and the same with pickup. So there's no queuing like you would at a school.
Okay.
It's you park, you walk your kid in, you check them in, drop them off at the class, walk out. So.
And I actually previously worked for the other company as well, so I actually ran that
Oh.
location.
Oh.
And we even had your guys' public school buses pick up and drop off there, and we didn't have any problems with
No
traffic.
issues.
That- Yeah, because there's that little side frontage road right there.
Yeah,
So it kind of pulls off, and I made it,
and you have a nice big parking lot.
Yeah.
Really. So something I was thinking when I was looking at this, again, because it's kind of got the residential, like right behind it.
yeah.
Like, have we considered like building sidewalk out to this? Because right now it's kind of, there is no sidewalk, right?
I don't think there is.
I don't think there's any plans of building along the IDOT right away. for
Yeah, with
sidewalk.
that, we'd have to go through IDOT for that.
And right, Joe, that's IDOT. All of that right away until the HOA.
Okay. And then would we want to talk with the HOA about going and connecting to them? Is that something that they would be interested in for this? Like for people to walk their kids to this? I
Yeah,
assume
I
you
mean-
might have some clients back there.
Yeah, I mean, that's something the board could discuss if that wants to be part of their future connectivity projects.
Yeah, just, looks like a good opportunity as we're, bringing in new businesses, look at the appropriate infrastructure to support them.
Sure, we could note it to the board as something to consider.
Okay. Anything else?
What's the name of, the Nest Schools?
The what?
The Nest Schools?
Nest School.
Yeah, we have 2 other locations in Illinois now, so we're newer to the Illinois area, but there's, one, by Crystal Lake, and then we have one in Barrington.
And what are the hours of operation? I know it's probably in the packet too.
Yeah, it'll be 7 to 6.
Okay.
Well, if there's nothing left, I would entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Yeah, I'll make that motion.
I'll
Close the public.
second it.
Commissioner Reyes-Braher,
Yes.
Commissioner Stenick,
Yes.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Kruger,
Yes.
Chair Brunner.
Yes. Okay, so you can take a seat. We're not going to ask you any more questions. So I think this is pretty cut and dry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's good to bring business back to Dundee, and it's already been a business.
Yeah. Sounds good. I like that it's also with the additional sites in the let's say extended community in Crystal
Yeah.
Lake and Barrington. It's nice to see a local presence growing. So
And
Thank you.
I also like that, they're also bringing everything up to code. Cause,
Yeah.
it looks like there's a step at the main entrance, and usually for ADA, you don't,
mhm.
you have to avoid the steps, but I can't tell, from the picture.
Yeah, and they're
Yeah.
bringing in a legitimate contractor in, so,
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because how long has the thing been vacant?
I don't know.
Yeah. Wow.
Long time.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. You
Okay.
probably know exactly.
Great.
Okay, so let me see. I'm just reading through the findings of fact, so you all can look at it in your packet if you haven't. So it looks like, do we have any amendments that we'd like to make to the findings of fact that are in the packet?
I don't think so.
Let's see. I didn't have any questions.
Yeah, okay. So, great. Well then, I would like to make a motion to approve the finding of fact as presented in the packet.
Second.
Okay. Commissioner Stenick?
Yes.
I'm sorry. Commissioner Reyes-Braher, apologies.
Yes, no problem.
Commissioner Stenick?
Yes.
Commissioner Myers?
Yes,
Commissioner Kruger?
Yes.
and Chair Brunner.
Yes.
and I'll go ahead unless there's any more discussion.
I think I just want to make sure we make sure we put in the record, because you're going to do the motion for the recommendation, right?
I would.
Yeah, just to make sure we get in the police recommendations
Mhm.
that are specified, and if we want to do something with looking into building out infrastructure.
Yeah, you could certainly wrap that sidewalk consideration into your recommendation as a side
That's a
note.
good
That's-
idea.
It's not a problem.
Yeah.
So you were thinking about attaching a sidewalk to the neighborhood that's behind it, to the southwest?
Yeah, that, or evaluate, like, what would make sense, like, in terms of connecting the sidewalks so parents could walk theirs.
I would just say that certainly can be something that's presented to the board, and I'm not sure, maybe this is a question for the village engineer, but if it's not, property owned by
Okay.
the applicant, then we shouldn't condition their
Yeah, it
special
wouldn't
use
be-
No, it'd be a
in the
side
ordinance.
note,
It would be a side note.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I think, yes, that would just, I think we can
just take it
place
out of our
that,
notes.
but it shouldn't, it could be
Okay.
something that we certainly provide in the,
Yeah, definitely not
in
part
the
of the
staff
condition.
memo, but
Yeah,
just
yeah,
not
definitely
in the,
wasn't
not in
gonna
the
be part of the
proposed order.
condition.
Okay,
Yeah.
no, I just wanted to clarify
So
that.
then just the police.
Yeah. Letter from
Not
the-
to tell you what to do.
No, of course not. All right, yeah, I'll go ahead and make a motion to recommend the approval to the village board for the request of the special use to allow a child care facility as described in section 157.050F1K3 of the zoning ordinance located at 850 East Main Street in East Dundee, Illinois, 60118, in the B2 Community Business District, considering with the letter of the chief of police and the findings of fact.
I'll second that.
Commissioner Reyes-Braher,
Yes.
Commissioner Stenick,
Yes.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Kruger,
Yes.
Chair Brunner.
Yes. Real quick, on the findings of fact, it was 5 A's and 2 absent.
Correct.
Great. There's that.
Thank you.
Okay, on to our next item of business. May I have a motion to open the public hearing for consideration of a motion for recommendation to the village board for a request to rezone pins 0323-31207 and 0323-312-009, formerly known as 408 Barrington Avenue, from R2 Single Family Residence District to R3 Single Family Resident District as described in section 157030 of the East Dundee zoning ordinance.
I'll make a motion to open it.
Second.
Good. Commissioner Reyes-Braher,
Yes.
Commissioner Stenick,
Yes.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Kruger,
Yes.
Chair Brunner.
Yes. Okay, Franco, did we receive any emails or calls regarding, or mails regarding this?
I've received miscellaneous calls from surrounding residents. Do I have their exact names or not? No. But they just inquired what was it all about. I gave them a background and I advised them that this is a public hearing where the PZHC would make a recommendation to the board for their consideration.
Okay, fantastic. So then I would like to start with, this is a proposal per request of the village board in order to prepare this for, let's say, a next phase of development.
Correct.
So could you go into a bit more detail then on the proposal?
Yeah, why we're here.
Yeah.
This used to be a village-owned, I'll start from the way beginning. This used to be a village-owned pump station. 2022, we paid a company about $70,000, $80,000 to come and demolish it. Since then, it is sat vacant with a few proposals that have been considered. One went to the board for consideration, it was ultimately denied. Most recently, in October, there was October 6, 2025, there was a village board meeting where they discussed the future of this village-owned lot. I received direction from the board to rezone this to R3, re-subdivide with the village engineer in an effort to make this marketable. And then enter in the next steps after this, after the rezoning, would be to enter into an agreement with a realtor to place these lots for sale.
Yes.
And we're trying to get more direction from the village board as to how the steps of the sale will look like. I don't have that in front of me right now, but the ultimate goal is to sell it off to any interested buyer to develop the three dwelling units.
So yeah, so some things, right, in regards to selling the property, like when the village owns it, we don't get any property taxes on it, right?
Right.
So being able to sell it, get it off, it's something that'll now be land that would be able to produce some revenue, drive our revenue base and tax base here.
In theory.
In theory, if it was sold.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
To the private.
Yeah, to a private entity, exactly. Yeah. Okay, I believe we also might have some interest in understanding the difference between R2 and R3. So do we have, would you like to handle that?
Sure, I can address that.
Or, okay, did we have it?
The reason why we've gone to R3 is because R2 has a little bit wider width requirement. The width requirement for R2 is 75 feet and R3 is 60 feet. Now if we take the total frontage on the lots, we come up with an average of 74 feet. So we were 1 foot short to meet all three. And then to complicate the matter, on lot 3, which is the easternmost lot, on the east side of that lot, there's an existing water main. So that would also restrict building on that easement. So we needed a little wider lot there, which narrowed up the other 2 lots. So that's the difference there. As far as total lot area, all 3 of the lots meet the R2. So we're basically getting an R2 lot. It's just that we couldn't meet the minimum width.
Is there any significant usage distinction between R2 and R3?
They're both single-family zoned zoning, and the difference is house size is restricted to a minimum of 800 feet, I believe, 800 feet for a single story dwelling and 1,000 feet for R2. So it's a 200 square foot difference.
So that's the minimum size house is an 800?
That's the minimum size house, but I
What
would
about
guess they're not gonna build the
stories?
minimum.
Yeah.
What about stories? Is there a max?
So the building height is the same for both R2 and R3.
Okay.
The floor area reduces if you go up to a 2-story building from 600 to 500, so it's 100 foot difference there for footprint if you've got two stories.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and also I think of note is we have R3 adjacent to this already.
We
right?
do, and having the 25-foot setback for an R3 versus a 30-foot setback for an R2, the existing well house was actually only 15 feet off the property line, so
Wow.
that
Yeah.
was closer originally.
So yeah, and we can even see right there, right behind this, I mean, there's gonna be, the one address, I guess was this on Railroad will still be R2, but going, I mean, on the north side of Railroad, but south side of Railroad, pretty much this far east, it's also R3, so it's, I think, fitting in the area, it seems.
It's in a transition zone,
Yeah, okay.
And actually, that lot 3 is the easternmost and is also wider, so
Mhm.
it'll look like in actuality, it'll look like an R2 lot, but
Right,
Yeah.
because of
it's
the
gonna go
easement.
by.
Yeah, okay, great. Does anyone else have any questions for the village here? Oh, if, please, if in this, we need to have you sworn in, if you're gonna talk and comment.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's do this.
And then you
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
If you don't mind raising your right hand and stating your name,
Al Kushel?
and you can say yes or no. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Okay.
Okay.
I just wanted to, if you could clarify again on the R2 and R3.
Sure.
What the lot size difference is and what it allows you. Are you looking to make 2 lots or 3 lots out of it versus the difference, or? It's just a little bit, I wanted to verify what you were saying there.
Yeah, so if we were strictly going by R2, only 2 lots would be allowed. And so we're going with R3, we get 3 lots, but the lots are 72 feet wide, 72 feet wide, and 78 feet wide. And an R2 lot minimum is 75. So we're very close to an R2 lot.
Yeah. So would the houses be smaller with the 3 lots then?
Theoretically, it could be smaller. It could be 200 square feet smaller,
It could be, okay.
but
Yeah.
not many.
It's a
people are-
minimum house
Yeah.
size,
Yeah.
which we would expect someone to build
I
something
mean,
like.
because if it's something that's gonna be beneficial for me who lives next door, I mean, I can give you guys the 2 feet, sell you the 2 feet.
It's being
I don't-
recorded. Yeah, you're recorded.
It's kind of an eyesore anyways, because the fence is leaning over and there's all kinds of garbage across there, and there's nothing I can do with it, so. That's all I'm asking, so it might benefit the city and me, I don't know, so just looking into that, that's all.
I think it'll benefit you greatly. I think you're gonna have people that are building brand new homes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, I'm sorry, what was that?
You're gonna have people that are buying a lot and building a brand new home.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
so
Rather
the
than a
question
pump
is, if I wanted to buy the lot next to me, I theoretically, you're saying I could buy it?
It's gonna be on the fair market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll leave that up to the board. I can't comment on that.
Yeah.
I mean, well, you're selling a lot, unless I'm gonna put up some kind of a crazy business or something, I should be able to purchase it, correct?
This meeting is just talking about the rezoning. The board, it will be kind of handling the sale. Theoretically, sure, yes. They will, the plan is for them to be put onto sale, but for tonight's meeting's purposes,
Right.
that's outside of it's the
The realm
purview
of
of
what you can say.
what this board can talk about, which
Yeah.
is just the
I
zoning
understand,
aspect.
okay, but
Yeah.
that's what you're saying, kind of in theory, is it's gonna be for sale to the public, Joe
Yeah.
Joe
Yes.
Schmo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, you could argue there's gonna be, will it come directly from the village to the public? There could be some transition in between, we'll
Right.
see what all of that ends up being. But
Right.
yes, I think, as a resident, yes, I think I've
Yeah.
heard, the residents want it to just be sold on the market.
Right, right. And in theory, are you guys thinking possibly of selling it to one person so they build it all at once? Or it's not of interest to you to do that, or?
This gentleman's our engineer. He walks us through and plans all that. That'd be for the
Right.
village board.
Yeah.
Yeah, the village.
I understand.
So-
Yep.
Because you might sell one lot and he builds and 2 other guys might buy them and just lollygag for 2 years, dragging it on or something, so. I understand the concept behind possibly selling to all 3 to one developer, let's say. If they commit to saying we're gonna get it done in a certain amount of time, so.
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
that was my question. Thanks,
Yep.
guys.
But
Appreciate it.
regardless, anything that's new and built will definitely bring up your property value. Unless you buy it and then do a big yard
No, I
inside.
understand, I appreciate that. And also, I just had one more last question. When the land is purchased, that fence next to my house, and it's been kind of an eyesore, along with the pumping station was for many years. Just let it go by. It was fine. It was quieter. You know, it wasn't crazy. But when it's developed, will they take that fence down with the barbed wire and stuff? It looks like, you know, some kind of a camp and stuff. So, is it,
Barbed wire would not be allowed.
no, I mean it's there now and it's old and decrepit.
Yeah.
So,
But it's owned by the village, so.
right, yeah.
Building inspector can't really.
So the
They
village,
can give you that
the
name.
village won't take it down.
Yeah.
Whoever buys it's got to take it down. You're
Right,
saying?
you call up the building inspector the day after. and
Yeah.
Right.
make a complaint.
Okay. All right, I understand. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Joe.
Thank you. So, a couple of quick questions, I think, and follow up some of the things I heard. One, why are we doing 3 R3s? Why are we choosing to do 3 R3s and not 2 R2s and 2 R3s and 1 R2? Do you know? Does the village know?
It sounded like the board's direction was R3.
Okay, so, but that's a bit,
To get another rooftop.
To play it safe and get the 3 rooftops nearer downtown.
yeah, well, so I mean, we could have had with this exact same layout, right? The lot 1 and lot 2 could be R3 and lot 3 could be R2
Correct.
right now.
Yes.
You could, but it's just simpler to, because
It's cleaner.
we would have to have a separate legal description for the 2 lots.
Oh,
'Cause
'cause
this
the
isn't,
pins, yeah.
this isn't a platted subdivision yet.
Right, right,
And until
right,
it gets to
right,
the
right,
board
yeah,
and approved.
yeah, okay.
And
That's
then,
just-
you know,
that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, you have to look at how it looks on the zoning map.
I mean, it would still be the R2 next to the R2.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be isolated, It would be yellow on the right
Yeah.
third, But I understand this for the mechanics of, because, yeah, you'd have to change the pins then if we did this right now. Okay, so,
I think when you sell it to a potential buyer too, it's cleaner for them
Yeah,
to come
right.
up with 3 units.
well,
that-
and if all 3 are the same, if a potential buyer bought all 3 and wanted to put one large house on it, would they be able to do that?
They would have to come in for
Yeah.
a variance because you're not allowed to build.
They'd come back
over
to
lot
us.
lines.
Yeah,
Correct.
It would have to consolidate the lots,
Right.
most likely,
yeah, and then okay.
back to kind of undo the subdivision. That was,
That would
That was just
be the
trying.
complete opposite of what the
Right.
goal is.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
I guess just in the spirit of conversation, this has nothing to do with multifamily. This is still going to be single-family homes.
Yeah.
So,
Right, there's no multifamily allowance for,
as of a couple of years ago,
yeah.
the rudder was turned in a different direction. I think
Yes.
we're heading back. We're correcting.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like that it's still single family.
Yep.
Well, I think R3, if I understand it correctly, R3 does not allow like a condo unit,
No.
whereas R2, that's possible.
Neither of them do.
Oh,
R4
neither
does.
Okay.
Yeah, switching to R4 would do that. That'd be apartments, condos, or attached units.
Hmm. Okay,
I do have one more question.
actually, I think we have another person who would like to make a
Right.
comment. So if we could get him in and then we can go back to you. So Frank, would you like to come up and make a comment?
Do you mind raising your right hand and stating your name?
I, Frank Scarpelli.
Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
I live at 9 Summit Street in East Dundee. I guess before I get into a long thing, Joe, can you confirm for me? I used the county GIS mapping and I came up with that there's about 260 feet of frontage on Barrington? No?
222.1.
222. Okay, because I was wondering why you couldn't get 4 lots, because I came up with 260 by 185, and then you
Yeah,
could
this
get
is-
then you could get 4 lots
It's not always.
at 60,
It's
4
way-
at 65.
Look at that thing.
Yeah.
But it's 220.
Yep.
Okay. So then at the R3, the most you're going to get is 3 lots.
Yes, it's 213.
Okay. Franco, is the village considering, if you know or if the attorney knows, are they considering any text amendments to the R3 zoning?
I haven't heard of anything, no.
Okay, okay. Yeah, because I guess my only concern, I don't have a concern with it going R2, it's R2 right below it, and you got a couple, or R3 below it and to the west, and then as you go to the east, you got some R2, but then there's some more R3.
Yeah.
So the zoning change to me does not seem to, I don't think it necessarily negatively impacts the neighborhood, unless there was a text amendment to the R3 that would allow something dense, more dense than what's there.
And just to note, if there was a proposed text amendment, of course, and I know you know this,
Yeah.
it would have to come back before, when we'd have a public hearing and all of this would happen again.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not saying I've not heard anything.
Correct, yeah. And then Joe, the overall lot square footage for R3, apart from the 60-foot lot width, is you need to have 7,200 square feet?
7,200 square feet, and the smallest lot we have proposed is 10,506.
Okay, so I guess the thing, the only question I would ask is, why wasn't the subdivision part of this process? Because to me, if the subdivision was part of the rezoning process, and I realize maybe you're putting the cart before the horse if you don't get the zoning first, but if the village is proposing 3 lots, and 3 lots are gonna be there, to me, the zoning change in the lots makes sense, especially from the resident standpoint, because if we change the zoning to R3, and then the village doesn't proceed with that, and a developer comes in and tries to reconfigure the land a little bit, because with, what do you have as the depth?
About 150.
150, okay. So it, I guess doing the math. Sorry about this.
So it's not the square footage that's
Yes.
the factor, it's the width.
Right, yeah. So, but I mean, if a developer were to come in and ask for a variance to the lot width, and I realize that has to come back before this commission, but if they did, there's enough land there to do 4.5 lots. There's just not enough frontage to give you 4 lots. So I guess that the only thing I would just say is why not table this until you bring the proposed subdivision forward, and then all the residents would be rest assured that it would be 3 lots. Granted, somebody can always re-subdivide the 3 lots into something else, but that would,
I could answer that.
sure,
At the May 4th meeting,
yeah,
it's most likely, and I have to work this out with the attorneys as far as choreography, it would be the rezoning, approval of the plat of subdivision, entering into agreement with Century 21. So hopefully it's all in one fell swoop on that.
okay, so the re-subdivision doesn't need to come before the
No,
planning
it
and
goes,
zoning?
it goes to the plan council, which is made of the village engineer,
Oh,
the building
okay.
inspector, the village administrator. No, not the building inspector, public works director. They make the recommendation to the village board.
Okay, yeah, then I guess the only thing that I would like to be on the record is just that the commission is, and the village is kind of purporting that they're looking at only 3 lots, and just, I'll make sure I attend the village board meeting and make sure the subdivision doesn't have anything more than the 3 lots. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you.
Okay. Would you like to ask your question now?
Yeah,
Please.
there's always a lot of chit chat going around town when things go on like this, so. Question, somebody had said that my lot and my neighbor's lot, or one up from me, is it R4? Is that, because I have a half an acre, so how is that different than the R2 and 3?
Is this one your lot?
He's directly
Right
east
there,
of it.
right there, yeah,
Yeah.
that's my
Right?
lot.
Yeah, you're
It's
R2.
just like, just a fuzz under half an acre, so,
Yeah, you're R2.
R2,
Yeah.
Yeah, so all the yellow is R2.
got it. Okay. That was my
Yeah,
question.
and that's the interesting thing that Frank said, those, 3 to the right, a couple lots to the right of you are 3 again.
Yeah.
That would be me.
Ah, okay.
There you are.
There you are.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I know you.
Yeah.
I know you.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right, that answers my question. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Is there anyone else in the audience? Please come up.
I'm Jay Penoyer. I live at 11.
Frank, can we? Yeah.
Okay, ma'am, if you don't mind raising your right hand and stating your name,
I'm Jay Penoyer.
and do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do, yes.
Thank you.
I'm the lot adjacent to the property, that one right there.
This one right
That
here?
one right there. Mhm.
Okay.
So we live there, and about the fence, it's pretty ugly.
Mhm.
And so that'd be down the road that whoever buys that property would be in charge of taking it down or putting something up for privacy, things like that.
Yeah, so we definitely have a pretty robust fence ordinance, and they wouldn't definitely be able to maintain it. I don't know what would happen here with them having to tear it down.
Yeah, I
We would
mean,
even tear it
the
down.
building inspector would take a look at the condition of it, and they would have to make sure it's up to code. If it's not up to code, they would have to repair it or remove it.
Yeah.
Okay, would they replace it with something, or would that be the
I don't,
realtor? You
I don't
know?
think the village could force someone to put up a fence.
Okay, because then if that's the case and it's open, then it would be our responsibility to put up a fence. If we already have a fence on 3 sides.
Yeah, I mean,
so.
it's just, you know, it's like a private sale. We're selling it to somebody. I mean, if you wanna put a fence, you could put a fence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, now the question was, that Frank had said about if somebody buys all those pieces of property and then decides they wanna rezone it for apartment buildings, because that had come up before, and
Mhm.
that was something that, was, you know, you guys voted that down, which was great, but, you know, we know that things happen. And so they would actually have to have that approved again, like you're doing here.
Yeah, so like, the process, if you want to go through, what would be the process of converting?
I don't
that
wanna
to-
speculate what would
No, it
happen,
wouldn't,
but
yeah.
should that happen, they would have to come before
Mhm.
the PZHC
Yeah.
and petition to
Just like
rezone it.
before.
Public hearing,
Mhm.
public notice to everyone, and then you'd have to have the will of the board if they're gonna vote yes or no. And I can't speak on how the boards will vote.
Yeah.
Right.
So it would be a lot different than what it was before, in the sense that before the village owned the property and was driving the process, right?
Right.
Saying, doing an RFP, making it all
Okay.
very public. Once it goes to private, you know, a developer can buy it and then petition the board. They would be petitioning the board as opposed to us trying
Us
to
doing
find a
it, right.
development.
Absolutely.
You know, they'd say, this is what we want to put there. We won't have any control over it anymore.
Yeah.
Right, and you said 2-story, right? You said 2-story, single family,
Could
right now.
It could
They
be.
could be
Could
a
be.
range too.
Or but it couldn't be 3-story or bigger.
No.
It would have
And that's
to
the
be-
village.
Was it 2.5 codes, 2.5 floors is what the code
Well,
said
it's a
max?
30-foot maximum height.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's
Well,
like.
that's like our house is 2-story.
Yeah, and that's
Like
pretty
our-
much a rule throughout our
Yeah.
village on maximum height of buildings. That's why you notice we don't have any new buildings that are
No.
tall in town at all.
Yeah, no.
It's pretty restricted.
Because it's in a historic area,
Mhm.
so we would hope that who's ever buying the property would, you know, want to, not that there's an
Yeah.
ordinance for that, but it would be nice if it wasn't something very modern or something
Yeah,
like that,
yeah.
you know.
You know, fit the
that would fit
community,
in with
yeah.
the old neighborhood, because
Mhm.
we live in a historic house, so, you know,
Yeah.
and it's been plaqued by the Historical Society, so, you know, it's just something that, you know, we just don't want to, you know, 30 apartment building up there.
Mhm.
You're free to come to a village board meeting and express that idea.
Yeah.
It's a great idea to pass along. You're
Okay.
free to make that comment during public comment, let
Okay.
them know. You know.
Yeah,
Okay, great.
great.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else in the audience who would like to make a comment? Yes, sir.
Maybe I'm in the wrong meeting.
Okay. Can you raise your hand and state your name, please?
Yeah, George Bowers,
And do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you.
So anyway, I own some property on Barrington Avenue, 421. It's across the street from the old pumping station.
Okay.
So what's, you know, there's only 2 parcel numbers here. Where you getting 3 lots at? Property parcel numbers.
Yeah, so I'm having a hard time navigating. This property, this Public Works property, was just, it went by 408 Barrington over here,
Yeah.
and then, I don't know if you can see it, it kind of went by 406, and then something over here was 408, and these were both owned by the village, all 3 lots. So, since it's gone,
mean,
we're just
that's-
going by these 3 pins.
That was years ago.
Yeah.
There was like 4 lots there at one time, right?
Three, just the three.
Three.
Yeah.
But so, there's only 2 parcels listed, and now you guys wanna have 3 lots.
There's 3 parcels.
There's three.
Is
You
there-
see,
the
you see
number-
on the TV these shaded lines. That indicates village-owned property throughout the village. So the village owns these 3 pin numbers that make up one property.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're pretty much, the 2 pins that we're changing are that tiny little middle one, right, and the one to the
They're all
right.
getting a little straightened out.
Yeah, well, that's what will happen when we do the subdivision.
Yeah.
Right.
But today, literally, all we're doing.
Today, all what you're literally doing is these 2 yellow ones.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
those
to
shapes.
match this.
Oh.
These are the 2 in question today.
Yeah.
To match this shade of color
And what
to change it.
Frank was saying, just to be clear for everyone,
Sure.
is if, we should only do this if the re-subdivision also happens, which would make the 3 new, well, it would resize the
Straight.
3 existing pins and straighten them out and equal size them.
Right.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to do one and not the other.
Changing zoning to R3, isn't that duplex allowed?
No, that's,
Nope. No, still single-family homes.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Oh, I thought the paperwork said it was R3 is multi.
No, sir. R4 would then give you that ability.
R2 is single. R3 is allowed, a duplex is allowed.
R1, 2, and 3 are all single family.
No,
Oh,
sir.
really?
yeah.
And estate. Estate, R1, R2, and R3 are single family. The only district that the village has that's multifamily is R4.
Yeah.
Because I thought there was talk about putting duplexes in there.
Way back.
There were,
Yeah,
we were
there
gonna
was.
change it. We would have had to change the zoning to do that to R4. I think that was the plan.
Doing this, what we're doing today, will ensure that doesn't happen.
Right.
Hopefully ensure that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Single is fine.
Yes, sir.
Duplexes are no good.
Yeah, in my point of view, I think you and I would align. I'm not gonna speak for the rest of the board, but we rarely disagree on something like that.
Yeah.
We wanna keep the aesthetical charm of Barrington Avenue. We wanna keep it like that. Single-family homes.
Right.
Yes, sir.
That's, I guess all these questions I had are full of paper up.
I think that's a good thing, I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think, what I would, obviously, I think we had a lot of feedback when we had the hearing, last year. And
Yeah.
if you heard at the beginning of this hearing, it was the village trustees are directing us to do this, and they're, not to speak for them, but my impression is that's in a direct response to this village feedback, to get away from the multi and put in something that we think fits
Yeah.
with the neighborhood and what the residents want, and does it in the best way for the residents
We
and the
don't
village.
want duplexes.
Yeah, right.
I hope you come to the next
Yeah.
board meetings
Board meeting.
this season, because we'll need your voice there.
This is on May 5th or 4th?
May 4th.
May 4th?
First Monday of the
Yeah,
month. I'm gonna
They'll talk more about this or what?
keep an eye on our website. Call us if you're not sure how to check the website. We'll let you know when it goes, but I'm planning for May 4th, the board meeting at 6 p.m.
Yeah, I was wondering too, is there a contractor involved already?
Not on this, no. We're
No.
just gonna sell it on the regular real estate market.
Yes,
Realtor.
that's the big difference, right? A lot of the property, when the village owns the property, we can help influence what gets built there. We're just divesting ourselves of the property. That's what they're saying. And then it's the open market decides what it's gonna be.
No duplex.
But it can't be duplexes unless we rezone it, which would be
Right.
another hearing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
thank you. Okay, any other comments?
I was sworn in, right? Can I say something?
You gotta come up. Yeah, this all gets recorded and
I
transcribed.
need it, so. You say, hopefully, it won't get changed, but you can't say, we promise it won't get changed to the duplex thing, I'm not quite sure I understand
So-
that, but.
I would say, this is high-level village planning. We
Yeah.
want to be able to evolve our village to meet the needs
Sure.
of the future. So in 200 years, could it be?
Yeah.
It could be.
No, I
but-
understand, but, sometimes you guys are kind of vague on what you're saying,
Yeah.
but, and I understand, I've got a lot of friends in real estate for many, many years, and they said a lot of stuff has to do with the state. You guys have to have so many duplexes, so many types of homes, so that when money comes through, you guys can get those funds from the state, et cetera, correct?
Mhm.
If
I
you don't
don't-
have enough of those, then you guys could be denied some funds. So I understand the duplex stuff, but, you know, just lay it out, you know, at least lay it out honestly, and let us know what
Yeah, so.
you're thinking of doing, so.
So what we do here, you know, we follow the comprehensive plan, which is the big plan that we redid last year with all the village input, which kind of describes
Yeah.
the next 20-year vision. And we try to apply what the village asked for there, these big kind of wants, you know, and apply that to these small little decisions that we
Yeah.
have to make, you know. So there definitely is a concern about housing cost and not enough affordable housing in the town.
Right.
So when you look at, like, why would someone look at putting in a duplex in or a higher density? It's literally to provide, you know, a place to live for some people who can't afford a single family
Right,
home, who
yeah.
want to live in East Dundee. And that's trying to fit that comprehensive plan. So I think in general, we want to look for affordable housing, but, you know, we only find opportunities as they come,
Right.
right? So these are the tests that we make, and that's like with us, we can't look at like revenue generation. We just look at, does what's being asked align with the comprehensive plan of the village and the plan for the village? And then make recommendations based on that.
I got it. All right, last thing.
Yeah.
You guys cannot put it up for sale, the lots for sale, until you rezone them, correct? I mean, until you re-subdivide them or whatever you have to do, correct?
No, if the village wanted to sell,
I mean, legally, you don't have to, but I mean, that's a smart thing to do, is to
Right.
show the
Yeah.
plan.
So,
Yeah.
so you guys don't have a date yet that you're gonna put them on the market, let's say?
Well, like I said, May 4th, we're trying to have the board review the
Okay.
agreement between the village and a realtor, and then get that ball rolling.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for your time, guys.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank
sir.
you. Any other comments? Fantastic. Before we close the public hearing, I'd like to say I really do appreciate all the public feedback tonight. I think this is a great way to discuss this topic, so thank you for all your contributions. With that,
I'll make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second it.
before we vote, do you guys have anything else you wanted to ask?
No,
No?
I think we covered it.
Yeah.
The setbacks, the square footages, yeah,
Okay.
Okay, Commissioner Risbauer,
yes.
Commissioner Stenick,
Yes.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Kruger,
Yes.
Chair Brunner.
Yes. Okay, do we have a findings of fact for this
Yeah.
one? Whoa. Yeah, this is a new one, eh?
This is not so much in a question format, but more of like the
Mhm.
overall. And this findings of fact is also found in the packet online
Yep.
for anyone watching at home.
So I'm going to go through these questions just for you all to
Thank you.
have a chance to respond. So the first one is on the included findings of fact in our packet is question 1. The use will not be injurious to the use and enjoyment of other property in the immediate vicinity for the purposes already permitted, nor substantially diminish and impair the property values within the neighborhood. I would say we talk a lot about that. It's like similar properties in the area and seems to be a desired change by the local residents. Number 2, the zoning classification of property within the general area of the property matches the zoning classification of property within the general area of the property in question. It goes, that's not really a question, okay?
More of a statement.
Yeah, the proposed zoning is harmonious and matches the surrounding contiguous properties, which clearly it does. It touches several of the new zoning. The suitability of the property in question to the uses permitted under the existing zoning classification. Yes, the existing zoning classification does allow, the existing zoning classification doesn't allow for similar housing sizes to be permitted. What is that?
So you can't fit the 3 houses if it was
Okay.
not rezoned. So it could be worded differently if you wish.
Do we want to change the wording of this one? So the statement is the suitability of the property in question to the uses permitted under the existing zoning classification. So the thing is we want to put 3 houses on here, and it can't be done with the way it's presently set up.
Right.
So the existing zoning classification doesn't allow for similar housing sizes to be permitted. So more or less the proposal is allowing for a specific set of housing sizes that wouldn't be possible with the current thing. I'm fine with it. You know.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a general, big picture.
Yeah, it's accurate. And then the last one is the trend development, if any, in the general area of the property in question, including changes, if any, which would have taken place since the day the property in question was placed in its present zoning classification, and no recent residential trends in this area residential in this direct area, as this is an established residential neighborhood. So yeah, we're pretty much keeping it the same. Nothing has changed. So are we good then with the findings of fact as written?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion to approve the findings of fact as provided in the packet.
I'll
Second.
second that.
Take vote. Commissioner Reyes-Braher,
Yes.
Commissioner Stenick,
Yes.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Kruger,
Yes.
Chair Brunner.
Yes, 5 ayes and 2 absent.
Correct.
Okay, any other discussion that we need before?
I can't think of it.
Okay. Okay, would someone like to make?
Yeah, sure. I'll make a motion to recommend approval to the village board for the request to rezone pins 0323, 312, and 007, and 0323, 312, 009, formerly known as 408 Barrington Avenue, from R2 Single Family Residence District to R3 Single Family Residence District, as described in section 157.030 of the East Dundee zoning ordinance, with the condition that the property shall be limited to a maximum of 3 single-family lots.
I second it.
Great job.
Okay. Take that roll.
Yes.
Commissioner Reyes-Braher,
Yes.
Commissioner Stenick,
Yes.
Commissioner Myers,
Yes.
Commissioner Kruger,
Yes.
Chair Brunner.
Yes. Okay, great. So, yeah, and that additional piece, right, that's in regards to making sure that we do the subdivision at the same time as the, and limited to 3 and done together.
Sure.
Question?
Yes.
I like the motion, but I don't know that legally they can limit it to 3. I think they can only, I think legally you can only limit it to the zoning.
Yeah.
Again, I like the motion, but I don't think you can limit beyond the zoning code itself.
It's a recommendation, right?
It is just a recommendation, but you could, I'm trying to think of a better way to accomplish this.
That's the
would
best I
maybe-
came up with.
Yeah, the recommendation could be that you recommend approval of the rezoning conditioned on the plat of subdivision being approved at the same meeting, that your recommendation, but the zoning wouldn't be, if both of those, all of that is approved, there's nothing then that's gonna, like, there's no restriction on the property, it's, because there's not, it's just the zoning change, so once it's not like a special use that we could put conditions in the
Yeah.
ordinance or things of that nature. So which is why I think you could condition your recommendation
Yes.
on that, but not the zoning, if that makes sense.
Chair Brunner, I'm interpreting this as, when it goes to the village board in the memo, the recommendation is to approve to rezone these
Yeah.
from
Yes.
R2 to R3.
Yes.
The PZHC also notes that the board should consider the max 3 single-family lots to be built here.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Franco.
Noted.
I'm okay with the recommendation.
Yeah, well, we already voted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I mean,
cool.
yeah. I understood the intent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so that concludes our new business. So we have no other business. I will have a report. But first, Franco, do you have any report, any staff reports?
I do not.
Actually, I do want to bring one little thing up. Well, so I don't know how to do this or how to prepare for it, but recently someone just purchased property along, what's this street?
Behind the school buses, where the school
Yes.
buses park, just to,
Van
And,
Buren.
and I understand it's their property, but they cut all the trees down.
every one
Now,
of
I
them.
would like to propose something regarding having a somewhat strict landscape ordinance of some sort, kind of like they do in like Long Grove or Lincolnshire. You know, where, you know, we could not like just cut every single thing down. I think
It looks like the rainforest right now.
and because the estates, the envisionment, because I live in the house of where the owner of whatever, back in the 1920s,
The
bought those
lodge.
600 acres of land, and his vision was to have everybody go there and, you know, have it more foresty. And I feel like I would like to conserve that portion, you know, carry on that, his
Legacy with them.
yeah, his vision, and, you know, still keep it green and as much as possible and not destroy it, because the last thing I want to see is all these trees in our neighborhoods be cut down just because. And, you know, obviously it's too late now.
Yep.
You know, trees take 40 years to grow or whatever it is, but I would like to introduce or at least prepare for the next meeting some approach to maintaining, you know, or, you know, just preventing destructions of what I've seen lately.
So,
I'm not sure how to go about
yeah,
it.
well, I think the best way is to bring this, we can bring this to the board.
May 4th?
You could, with the chair, you could propose having a discussion to form a recommendation for the board's consideration. You could opine on that if you want.
Yeah.
Have a discussion item.
Yeah, no, that sounds good. So we can add that as a, like a new business discussion item at an upcoming,
At an upcoming
Meeting.
yeah. I could brainstorm with you.
Okay, I
and
will
we
look
could,
at
yeah.
it.
help craft a,
Could we somehow get some, would we want public involvement in that?
Many surrounding neighbors are
Well, right,
ready
I
to-
mean, we could do it first and then
Uh-huh.
we,
try.
we could have a discussion on
Yeah.
what you're thinking,
Yeah,
comparable communities.
Okay,
Once you guys are comfortable with your discussions and you have another meeting that you want to form a recommendation via a motion, we could make marketing efforts out saying, hey, the PZHC is gonna discuss this on this date and time, come and have an input.
yeah, no, it's, I mean, it's a worthwhile thing. It's something though I think you really need a lot of,
And then you move it up the process to the board for
Okay.
their consideration and see what they think, but, yeah, we could structure some discussion items around that topic.
I mean, we would have to, you know, obviously be weighing the personal property rights and the, you know,
Yes, he
village
has a
desire for trees.
He has a right now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
it's,
does.
it's, you know,
it's too late because
it's
we
really,
never had anything
will need to be a
in place.
broad discussion.
Yeah.
Okay,
I would just also just note that tree preservation is not always included in the zoning codes.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's what I was told.
it often is not.
It's not.
It's not.
Nothing we can do
typically
about
is
it.
not. So although, you know, certainly can have a discussion item, it just eventually might need to go to a different,
Yeah,
the board
100%.
or a different commission.
It would
review.
be not unusual for the PZHC to offer their opinion for the board's consideration.
Oh, of course. No, I
Yeah.
didn't mean that we couldn't do. I just meant
Yeah,
that
yeah.
for like a hearing or a
Right, yeah,
approval
exactly.
or
No,
things
yeah,
of
right.
that nature.
No,
It,
Right.
it may
you know,
be a
for-
code amendment.
For land use, you know, I look at that as, yeah,
Oh,
clearly, trees
yeah.
are using our land.
Absolutely, it would be. It's a perfect place for discussion on this item. I was just noting when it gets to a more formal.
Yeah,
board
they
meeting,
wouldn't necessarily
wouldn't necessarily-
amend, create a chapter, it would be the
Yes.
board.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
got it. Thank you.
Thanks.
One quick comment.
It's up to you, Chair.
Go for it.
It can be very quick.
But the caveat is you have to come back up over here.
How long can how long can a homeowner leave that looking like a disaster area over there? That's another question, so, because it looks like,
It's
World
terrible.
War II over
It's
there.
terrible.
It's
Yeah,
horrible.
every time you go by, it makes you
Just
like.
piles of trees.
Well, that is,
That's a question, that's all.
so what I would always do in that case, we don't have our building inspector here who manages code violation of properties, but you could call and have him come and check, and he would.
There is a section in the code and it says 4 to 5 days.
4 to 5
After
days.
Oh, you read
one
it?
tree, well, I was copied on the email from my
Okay.
adjacent neighbors and they stated all the local codes. And on there, once you cut the tree, or let's say a tree falls, you have about 4 to 5 days to clean it up.
So that, like, the guy behind is trying to sell the house, right now, he's got a pretty bad time doing that with that banker.
Oh, it's,
Yeah. So, okay.
Yeah, drive by there.
Yeah.
Quite interesting.
yeah, you should.
So the two things I wanted to highlight, one, and it was Charlie, I believe you were re-upped on P and Z for another 4 years, so we need to update the website on that, right?
Thank you.
Same with, was it Maureen?
It
Or
was me.
or Steve?
Uh-huh.
Steve.
Well, I think I've been out for a couple of years, right?
Yeah.
So
It's only 2
congratulations,
years.
guys.
Thank you.
I hope they talked to you.
I like that.
No,
Okay.
not yet.
Okay.
I'm getting used to it.
And then second, make sure you all should have received your EIS request, so
Kathy-
make sure you go and do
Kathy
that.
sent it, Kathleen sent it.
Okay. Yep. Okay, that's it.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you.
Okay, with that, nothing else from staff?
No, sir.
Nothing else from, okay. Well then, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Second that.
Second. Everybody said second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, the motion passes.
You never know. Yeah.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, thank you.